Hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? Sorry for the delays here. We're having some on the road technical difficulties, and I understand my wife is over there running her mouth like she generally does this, which that's just a full on lie. That's all I have to say about that. So we are here at the Zach Stuff compound, and we've got several things happening, trying to get stuff up and running with not much success. It's been a little bit of a shit show, honestly. And so what I've got going on here now is just a camera that's on the back of my computer, and well, we'll see if this is gonna work this time. Can people hear us? I guess I'm not looking at the... Yeah, it's still not working. Okay. It is what it is. It's just going to be this. Sorry, guys. I tried. It's just going to be this. Oh,
Audio's good.
You got audio. Audio's working. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, hopefully. I'm going to try and get this set up a little bit. Sorry for the bad angle. It's just this is all I've got to work with here. So, how's everybody doing? I got Zach sitting across the way from me over here. If you guys were in on Zach's live stream earlier today, you know that I am in the Pacific Northwest. Flew out here this morning. I'm here for work stuff. And yeah, that's funny, huh? The mirror. So yeah, I'm here for work stuff, and yeah, actually, there we go. Did that switch? Did that switch on the view when I did that?
The view?
Well, yeah. So you were flipping things around.
Oh yeah, now it switched. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Put it back.
So that's a new feature here.
Ooh,
for
new features.
The new features, and I obviously don't know what the hell I'm doing. But anyway, so we're here, having a good time, and we did Zach's live stream earlier today, which was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked that out, you need to go and do that. We dropped some news in that live stream. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we're just doing a Pacific Northwest knife meetup here next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be the guest of honor.
No, that's
we can't be a guest of honor in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
somebody from outside.
Got it. Yeah.
I would say even if somebody from California came up, they'd kind of be a guest of honor.
Yeah.
But 10 a.m. next Saturday, the 12th. If you're interested in going, email me zach.edc@gmail.com. I'm putting a list together, and I will send you out the super secret meetup location, and we'll go from there.
The super secret meetup location. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get you a better view here of what we got going on. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm trying. This wasn't what we had planned here.
we took down everything that we had planned.
Yeah, everything got scrapped at the last 3 minutes or whatever, or 5 minutes. I don't know how late I was. But, so, yeah, we've got, it's been a good day so far. It's been a long day. I only slept a couple hours last night, and then had to get on an airplane and fly out here. So it's been, quite the ordeal. But everything is going well, and we're having fun. We ate some good food, as well as some good... if I can grab it here. Voodoo Donuts. If you guys are not familiar with the Voodoo Donuts, if you're ever in the Portland area or wherever, they got
Colorado, Texas, California down
Okay.
or not Hollywood, but Universal Adventure, Universal Studios.
So they've expanded out apparently with the Voodoo Donut. So if you have one in your area, go hit it up for sure. That's definitely good stuff. And we showed off all sorts of. We've only got about, I don't even know, maybe a couple hundred knives out here on the table.
Probably at least.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bunch. Zach was kind enough to put a whole bunch of stuff out, and then I brought a handful of things with me. So yeah, it's been a good time. Knives, good food, good donuts. What,
good, man.
Yeah, what more could you ask for, right?
You
And
could ask for a meetup.
a meetup. That's right.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday, Pacific Northwest meetup. So yeah, definitely if you guys want to take part in that situation, come out, hang out with myself, Zach, and then I'm pretty sure JB's coming as well. Is that confirmed?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So we think Big Red, JB from Big Red EDC, we're pretty sure he will be there as well. So if you guys want to come and hang out with us, you have to email that guy and get the super secret instructions on where to go, what time to be there. You can bring your green hat and all those kinds of things. It'll be fun. Right on. Well, so this is going to be a little awkward, just because I'm literally reaching around my computer here. But you know what? Actually, I don't even need this. I'm going to go, guys, if I lose you, I'll come right back in. I don't think I'm going to, because I don't need that, since we're not using that.
You still got a video on there. It's good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm trying to get some arm space going here because I'm going to need my hands for this. So if you guys watched either of the last two videos that I posted, I made a few little mentions of some new salve that I've been working on, and this is what it is right here. I still haven't. Molly and I have been talking about some names and whatnot. We still haven't come up with anything nothing that's for sure yet. We've got some different ideas out there, but what this is some custom mixed grease, if you will. And so I set out. So here's what led to this. I've used. You guys have seen me. If you've watched many of my videos, you've seen me use, KPL Heavy or some brand of, like Lucas Oil or Nano Oil, things like that. And I got pissed off because I had a couple of micarta knives that I, cleaned, lubed up, and then, laid the knife down, whatever. And I came back a little while later, and the oil, although it wasn't much, had leaked out around the pivot screw. And, those micarta scales, especially the ones that are kind of rough and textured micarta, just soak that stuff up like no other. And so it just pissed me off. It was just ugly. And so I wanted something that was a grease instead of an oil. Well, the problem with that is that the surface tension on grease is too much for good action, or what most of us, knife snobs would consider to be good action. And so I tried a whole bunch of different greases over the course of, this has been kind of ongoing for quite some time now. And I was kind of striking out and just couldn't really find what I wanted. And so anyway, started doing a little research here and there, and over some time started to learn a little bit, and finally came up with this. And it has definitely exceeded my expectations. And so we're going to do a little test here, and that guy over there, is going to be the judge. So this is my RSK, full-size RSK. I wanted to do this with a washer knife just because that's going to exploit the weakness of grease more so than a bearing knife will. And just because you have that really large, and this knife here has got large diameter washers, so the amount of surface area between the washers and the blade on this RSK is quite large in comparison to some others. And so if we had too much stiction, it would definitely be exploited on this particular knife. And so I just lubed this knife up a handful of days ago, and I'm super impressed with how well this stuff is treating that knife. So Zach has got a full-size RSK here. Did you have two of them? Or is
What's
this...
that? Oh no, the other one's like way broken in.
Oh, okay.
So it won't even it's not going to be a good one to compare. So
Gotcha.
I figured this one, it hasn't been used as much, and
Yep.
it's still kind of sticky.
Yep. And so, yeah, it's still pretty sticky for sure. Right on. So we're going to pull this thing open. We're going to put some lube in it. We're going to clean it up and see how she rolls here. You know, kind of
So there's a question in the
put
chat.
my money where my mouth is.
The question in the chat is from Winchester. He's talking to Mrs. OCD. Have you heard of the song Area Codes by Ludacris?
No.
Based on Justin's life.
Okay.
And she says, boy, I'm well aware of the song, and no, but ask him about Tabitha.
Oh,
And
good
there's
God.
a big smiley face.
Oh, my God. So this has been going on for like 5 years now. So I was down in the Kansas City area 6 years ago, something like that. And I went to a Chili's, and I'm at this Chili's and I'm eating dinner. I'm there by myself. I'm traveling. I'm on the road for work. And the waitress came over and was talking to me and asked me, basically, she's kind of hitting on me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I told her I was married.
Right.
And so I told Molly about this.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm a good husband.
Right.
Yes. And, you know.
A little bragging.
A little bit, you know.
Dad still got it.
Yeah, that's right. It made me feel good, you know. Haha, whatever. And, but anyway, so ever since then, Molly will bring it up every once in a while and say jackass comments like, oh, well, why don't you go ask Tabby what she has to say about it and this and that. And, you know, it's all, she thinks she's funny is what it boils down to.
But no calls from her.
No calls. Nope. There's been no calls from the Tabitha. None that I know of. I didn't give her my digits.
So if you're in the Kansas City area, check in at Chili's.
Yeah.
See if old Tabitha's there.
See if old Tabitha's there. Yeah. It was actually at the Blue Springs Chili's. If you want the exact directions, Blue Springs is like a suburb of Kansas City.
What happens at Chili's stays at Chili's, Dan says.
Hey, let me see your driver over there real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need some more torque on this old girl. So earlier today, I gave Zach one of these safety drivers, and I'm using his tools here, which were 1/4-inch bits, and this driver, and this pivot screw is Loctited on this Hogue.
They did good on it.
Yep. So I need this driver. There we go.
I put the link up there. Go get your safety driver.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's some pretty decent. Yeah, I like that.
And then when you go to tighten it, then you can't. So if I go to tighten, yeah, there it goes.
Okay. Doesn't let you torque it down too
You
much.
want to feel it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me go a little further.
Well, you're grabbing the
backside.
back, yeah. And then if you put the
I
blue,
was cheating a little bit.
yeah, if you put the blue one in, then it'll go even tighter.
Right on.
Yep. Okay. So let's get this opened up here.
Got a bot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Got him.
Bastards. Oh, this had a lot of Loctite in there.
Yeah, some of those they liquid up pretty good.
This thing was full of Loctite up in that hole there. That was a full hole right there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see your little? Do you have that little tool?
Yeah, right here.
Sweet. Check that out.
So let's see. So we have a couple comments. We have Dan saying, "Is this lube inspired by Tabitha?" And then Blue Spring Chilies is halfway from here to Portland.
Okay.
And then,
sorry guys, I'd like to be doing
Nick
this.
Says the best part is your faithfulness to Molly. That's the impressive part. Well done, sir.
Right on. Yep.
Tree Stabbing Troy says, I have a safety driver from Justin.
Nice.
It's the only one I use now. It's so good.
Right on.
There you go.
Awesome.
Go over to OCDforedc.com.
Troy, I'm glad that you like it. It's a pretty cool little tool. It's pretty simple, but it works well, and I like the way that the carbon fiber feels. It just feels good in hand, I think. Or at least it does in my hand.
Winchester has a special request
to
read his comment. And he says, why would I look for Tabitha at Chili's? I don't like leftovers. Call it Tabby Lube, says Jason Brown.
Tabby Lube.
Old Tabby.
Yep. So, yeah, old Molly, she just thinks she's so funny.
She put that in the comments, too. She said, I'm pretty funny.
Yeah. Of course she did. Yep. Okay. So we're getting these washers cleaned up, but if you didn't know the size of the washer in an RSK, there's one right there. Like I said, they're pretty good size as far as phosphor bronze washers go. Yeah. Sweet. We get this blade cleaned up here. Yes, sir. So I got to meet Zach's some of Zach's family a little while ago, which was pretty fantastic. And Zach has a nephew that is only 4 years old, but is a prodigy at geography,
Yes.
which is really cool. And I can kind of relate to that because I kind of dig geography as well, and he's taken to it like a fish to water, as they say. So this kid at 4 years old seems to know all of the countries in the Middle East, which is pretty impressive, or at least some of them anyway. But he's probably only one of just a handful of 4-year-olds in the country that
right.
knows that. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay. So we're gonna get the old salve out here.
So now, are you doing anything special when you're doing this, or are you strictly just cleaning it?
That's it.
Nothing else on it.
That's it.
Straight lube.
Yep. All I did was clean it. Let me find my little applicator deal here. I know it's over here somewhere.
Oh yeah, the little needle nose.
Yeah.
Or the.
What did I do with it?
It's mixed.
There it
It's
is.
mixed in with a little bit of pocket knives.
Yeah. Got too much stuff around. So we got little needle applicators. And okay. So I'm going to try and do this in front of the camera, but
So what are we thinking? Like, I mean, people are gonna ask, like, is there some sort of weight to this? How other ones are, rated? that people would be familiar with?
I honestly don't know what the weight is, and I actually still have to look up a few. I'm putting way too much on there.
So you put just a really thin bead around it?
Yeah, and that was on that side. It's actually a little bit too much, but we'll get that moved around here a little bit. So I'm going to have to do some testing to actually come up with what the weight of this grease is. I know that there are, sorry guys, I need to get this closer to my eyeballs. But as far as the weight of the grease, there are some, specific test parameters that you have to test at in order to determine what the weight of the grease is. That's something that I'll have to do. I have not done that yet.
There was a question in here about time, asking about how does the lube hold up over time? Would it dry out or gum up in any way?
Well, it hasn't so far, but there's really nothing about it that.
So when you're doing this side of it, you want to show them. Are you putting any sort of lube on top of that as well?
No, so I'm just lubing the area between the washers and the blade itself. I'm not going to lube the washer to the liners.
Okay.
And so we want the washers to stay put, and not be spinning, if you will.
No, I like that. I was just double checking.
And then I'm going to put a little bit on the tang of the blade here as well, because this is a able lock knife, so you get friction from the lock bar to the blade tang.
And that's just a tiny, I could barely see it from here. I'm only a foot or two away. So it's just a little tiny bit you're putting.
Yeah, it's not much at all. I mean, it's a tiny, tiny bit.
So that tube could last you like 100 knives.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
What did I do with? Okay. All right. So I loosened up the body screws here, just so I could get myself a little bit of a gap there.
Does the lube get hot with friction?
No, it doesn't.
Is there a temperature rating for it?
Yeah, so the melting point's about 190 degrees.
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
We haven't hit that anywhere on Earth yet. So we're doing pretty good so far. Yeah. Michael Morgan says, now the fun part. Copperlight Steve says, how many blueberries gave their lives for that one syringe?
Only 2.
Only 2 for the coloring. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Little blueberry guts.
Yep, it was for the blueberry guts and the smell.
Smell's important to people. Ooh, he got it through the liner in the first washer. Working on the next set. It's like picking a lock. There you go. That familiar sound when it all just goes right through.
Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear now. Oop. It's a little bit difficult working around this pruder. Okay.
But does it taste like blueberries, Kevin says?
I don't know. I haven't tasted it. And actually, I talked about it a little bit in the last couple of videos that I posted. And I saw someone put a comment up asking if it was non-toxic. And the answer to that is I don't know. Okay. I think it is, but I need to do a little bit more research on a few of the ingredients that are in there.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. I don't want to say something without knowing for sure. But either way, it's a tiny, tiny amount. And because it doesn't run out, it definitely is waterproof.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that part's fantastic. Okay, I'm just getting this worked in here.
We have a real life. What do you want to call that? Smoothness test?
Yeah, ish.
Ish.
This.
Is your tube of lube food safe? And I think that's what he's looking at, trying to figure out, just to make sure the last few ingredients.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in it that I'm not 100% certain.
We don't want you to go eating it without it being known 100%.
Exactly. And I'm just going to have to do a little bit of research. There is two things that I used for viscosity modifiers that potentially might not be technically food grade, but I've got to. It wasn't something that I even considered until I saw someone that asked that question on the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go, Zach.
Oh my gosh. Now, honestly, this wasn't drop shutty at all.
No.
And it had a lot of like stickiness.
Yeah, they couldn't see it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But hold on just a second. I got to move my mouse. But so and Zach's sitting here.
It was sticky. Like you had to actually shake it to get it to drop.
Yeah, and it's like I said, once I stumbled across this, it exceeded my expectations by a pretty fair amount, actually. And it works just as good on bearing knives. It actually is honestly better on bearing knives, but of course, the washer knife is the harder of the two tests, if you will. And you can verify that there's no blade play. So it's not like I just ran the pivot loose or anything like that.
No.
It's solid as a rock.
That is so crazy, man.
Right?
It's like when you showed me that one earlier. You're like, hey, check this one out. And I'm like, man, you've really broken that one in. You're like, actually, I didn't. I just added this stuff to it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you can tell.
Crazy
you can
smooth.
see on this guy that the blade is like brand new, because this one, I have another one of these that I use quite often, but this one is like brand new. And there you go. So, like I said, it's exceeding my expectations by quite a bit. I think my wife thinks I'm a total nerd because I was handing her, I did a few before and after tests with her as well.
Oh, nice.
And she was like, holy cow, like that's pretty unbelievable.
Do a demo for us on Shirogrov.
I don't have a Shiro. Do you have a Shiro?
I don't. No,
Yeah.
I've never played around with any of those.
What else do we have here? Well, so this knife, this is a budget knife, and it's got needle bearings in it, which I haven't tried it actually on any needle bearing knives yet. This knife actually has KPL in it. But
people are still asking what this is called.
the grease?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't have a name for it yet, like I said.
So is this your own mixture?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's my own mixture of stuff. And like I said, I don't...
So you got Troy, Tree Stab and Troy says, I use washers on most of my work knives because I'm around sawdust all day. So I'm excited for this.
Okay. Right on.
And so Steve Kluver says, I'm listening while shopping for reamer bits, a router base plate, countersink bits, mill table hold downs, shock absorbers, and a tie plate. And router bits.
There you go. Nice. I like it. Sounds like a shopping list of mine.
Is any pig grease involved, says Mr. Kluver.
No.
No? No pig grease? Okay.
Nope.
Dark Gravity says, I don't normally eat lube, but KY makes your mouth numb, according to my wife.
According to my wife.
And on to the next comment.
Yeah, and cut.
Todd's joining us along with who else just joined?
Okay.
G-Ball. Tariq is here as well.
Tariq.
Shout out to Tariq.
What up?
You brought his knife.
Yeah, you brought all my knives that I brought out to Portland with me came in your knife satchel. So, thank you so much. Yeah, they're phenomenal. So this SRM here, we're gonna lube this thing up as well.
Got it all broken down already.
Yeah. Like I said, trying to do this where you guys can see it all. It's just,
Molly's still here in the chat.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me do this. This will be much easier.
Stand up.
Yeah, stand up.
Get little dad involved and be like, look, we're gonna make this happen.
That's right.
Did Molly approve it then? Says Mr. Kluber.
The lube?
I don't know. I'm looking back through the comments. I'm not sure.
So
Tariq says nice. I hope it's wearing in good.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Yeah, thank you so much for the awesome knife case. It's beautiful, and I love it.
Molly approves of this lube.
Did she say that?
Molly said, I approve this lube.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the person that asked mine was in the gutter, and Molly was being serious there. I'm pretty sure what they're asking is, do you really approve?
Copperlight Steve says vegan lube. We do have a vegan club here in Portland, but I don't know if it's open.
A vegan club?
Yeah, I'll explain later.
Okay.
It's where the vegans utilize vertical steel cylindrical structures for tips.
Oh, gotcha.
Which, you know, you got to have a vegan club like that in Portland. I mean, it's just how it is, you know.
Right. I'm honestly...
We're the per capita capital of the U.S., so you got to do it.
I'm honestly surprised that there's only one.
Well, there's just one vegan one.
Oh, okay.
And it's literally like across the parking lot from like one of the oldest in the city.
Okay.
Of like traditional ones. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense then.
Which is then across the parking lot from the pot shop, so.
Yeah, you know, perfect.
It's all the same. It's all legal here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ed's here, but he's eating dinner. Or eating. Not dinner, but just eating. Says hello to everyone.
Just eating? Nice.
Well, I don't know where Ed's at, so I don't want to speak on his behalf. He might be eating some delicious breakfast.
Well, I've been known to eat breakfast for dinner.
That's true. That is good too.
And I would highly recommend such a thing.
So you got a question from Byron Kennedy.
Okay.
Who says, to get back to the dry out gum up question, what's the longest lube performance test so far for one of these knives?
Well, probably... Well, in its current state, probably a couple months, because I kept making minor changes to it to get the consistency just right and the viscosity and all that. But there's nothing in it that dries out per se from oxygen. So unlike, you know, it's not a water-based situation, and it's
so technically you could get this type of product to remain in there for 6 months.
Yeah, should. I
mean, unless it gets really, you know, full of debris or something where you got to clean it out.
Yeah, debris should be the only thing.
How does it react to rickets and tapeworm?
Don't know. Don't have an answer for that one.
Haven't tested yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah, hit that like button if you like liking the like button, says Todd. Worldwide oil shortage. Justin, hold my beer. Check this out.
Right,
I got
right.
some oil.
Yeah, it's not.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Hey.
That was from Michael Morgan. No, I'm excited, man. Literally, I mean, this is one of those things like a knife. Like, you can see knives online, you can see people do reviews, but the minute you get a hold of a knife and you're like, I like that knife, that's where it's like, okay. This is the same thing with this. You get a knife that has that on the washers and everything, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, that's a crazy big difference.
Right. That's why I wanted to bring it, because I wanted to get your firsthand opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, I mean, honestly, the one you brought, I'm like, okay, great. But then I give you mine.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. I give you mine, and it's like, bam, crazy drop shutty from literally being sticky.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing, you can't beat that. Well, I mean, you could, but,
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, and that's why. Oh, these things are D-shaped. I forgot about that. And the holes, it's hard to.
Oh, Tariq says my main thing is Teflon washers and like linerless FRN. How is it on those?
So for sure, the Teflon washers is phenomenal. It's actually.
Be like smooth gliding.
Yeah, it's like scary good on the Teflon washers.
Okay.
So that I have tested, and it's really, really good on, and it does not penetrate rubber or plastic and degrade it in any way, so it doesn't like swell up, rubber.
Mm-hmm. So it's not too thick for bearings. You said it works good on bearings?
It works amazing on bearings, and that was the whole point of what I was trying to do. I hope this is in camera. I can't see.
You got a little bit. Your fingers are covering it, but yeah. Yeah, top down's the hard part. There you go. So you're doing a little bit on the detent ball, and then some on the track?
Yep, just a tiny bit on the detent and the track. And yeah, it's, well, you'll see.
Nice. Let's see. We have CK in the house. We also have Me with Knives.
CK, what up?
And then Tariq says it's going to be for his Native 5 salt. Spanky just dropped a $10 dono. Said, been listening and fixing the Mrs. Clothes dryer.
There you go.
Cool vibe with Zach and Justin. Collabs to come? Question mark. All right. Ooh, never know.
Well, there's definitely going to be a collab next weekend.
There will be, an in person, and we're going to think of something to do some sort of live stream, because if we get Big Red there, if we can get some other people, yeah, I mean, it'll be a fun time.
For sure.
We got Chaz like sharp objects here. Ian's Edge. I think that I'm saying that right. Ian's EIONANS. Ian's Eonans. Maybe it's Eonans. All right, that's going back together.
Super awkward position to try and do this from.
So the next competition is going to be, how can you awkwardly put a knife back together?
Yeah.
Guns reviews is back.
Doing this around the computer, leaning over it, kind of sucks, actually.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was asking Mrs. OCD if there was anything left from the sale. So I would imagine the list on the video is up to date, it looks like, from what Molly said.
I don't know, because I don't think I went back and did it after we did that live stream.
Okay.
But
you could always ask. You can always, if there's something you like, you can email info@ocdforedc.com.
That is correct.
And say, hey, I'm interested in this knife. Is it available?
Yep.
And
Yeah, I honestly don't know what I mean. There's certainly stuff left. I just don't know what's what and whether or not it actually got updated after that last live that we did with the wheel.
Oh yeah, with the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't I don't remember going and doing it, but that doesn't mean that I didn't.
Laura Gillespie's here as well.
Hey, Laura Gillespie, how you doing?
Cat stepped on her phone and accidentally hit the thumbs down, for heaven's sakes.
Well, just hit it twice. It's okay.
Fixing that. Let's see here. Looks like there's an 80-20 available in the chat with a clip point.
Oh, nice.
Gon's Reviews has one.
Yeah. 80-20, huh?
Yeah, asking if anybody's interested.
Right on.
How'd that one turn out?
It feels really good.
And you said that one has needle bearings?
Yeah, it has needle bearings instead of ball bearings. Yeah. So that one, the detent ball rides on the satin finish to where you can feel the, the kind of the grittiness.
Yeah, you got to break that.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That's still pretty smooth though.
Oh yeah.
That's really smooth. Oh, I think it's getting smoother now.
Mm-hmm. So there's it will over the first 10 or 15 minutes after it gets worked into all the little. So I don't know if you want to. You can rub that on your fingers and feel it.
Oh, I thought you were wanting me to taste it.
No,
like, come on, man.
No, don't taste it.
Okay.
Did you get a little bit? Mm-hmm. So it's super, super lightweight.
It smells like the garage. When I put it on my fingers.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of has
that garage smell, like a mix of like oil and maybe some brake clean.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Maybe like been working on the motor.
Yeah.
Cleaning some stuff
just kind of like old mechanic garage smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got Dwayne Letterman jumping in the house.
So definitely does not smell of blueberries, although, the color of it is, it really is a nice shade of blue. I think it turned out well, actually. So, but the performance of it is fantastic, and it stays in place on the cold side. I don't know what the threshold is. I haven't noticed any sort of viscosity difference down to about -10 Fahrenheit. So I don't know how far down it'll go before it does start to change the viscosity level. But so far I've been
blue.
Yeah.
Tariq says, "Sign me up." Tariq's ready for some.
Okay. Well.
And then Copperlight Steve says, is part of the non-toxic certification testing, step 34, Zach tastes and we observe. Here, taste this. It tastes like blueberries?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just going out on a limb just because I know what's in there. I'm going to say it looks better than it tastes. That's all I'm going to say.
I smelled it, and I would probably eat it if I didn't smell it. But now that I've smelled it, I probably won't eat it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just smells, like you said, it smells like...
smells like a garage.
It smells like garage, yeah. It smells like a mix of oil and, yeah, those kinds of... Now, with that being said, they make all sorts of oil additives and modifiers that you can buy online, including scents. So, KPL and a couple others, they actually buy scents to put in the oil, and so that could be something that I do.
So you could add blueberry flavoring to it.
I don't know about flavoring. Smell. Definitely could add smell to it for sure. That's definitely a thing. But
Sean Bryan said, "Is that lube rated for Das Wiener sliding?"
I don't think there's anything in it that's going to irritate your skin.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, we got another half hour maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how the short term is.
Yeah, Zach just rubbed some on his fingers. I've had it all over my hands, but my hands are all tore up anyway, so.
Eggs and Ham just woke up. He said, oh, dang,
Nice.
Zach and Justin stream. Just woke up from a nap.
Right on. What up, David? How's it going?
Grumpy Grunt's here.
Yeah, I figured I'd just drive over to Zach's on this fine Sunday to hang out and, see what's going on. But
It's only, like 2,200 miles or something?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah.
Well, probably not that much, but, maybe like a cool 1,800.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just a nice little drive. And, I mean, since gas prices are so cheap and all.
You're right.
Like,
Exactly.
Got a nice little weekend planned. Little Sunday cruise. Here, I'm just going to do this really quick just to see what my GPS tells me to home, how far away it is. 1,830 miles.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
You tracked that via the air. That's wicked.
What's that?
I said you tracked that via the air while you were coming out this way.
Oh, well.
You were like looking down going, okay, that's another 500 miles. Okay.
Well, I told you that I'm kind of a geography nerd like your nephew. So
That's right.
had pretty good understanding of how far away.
You could probably list all the interstates that you would hit between here and there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, because there's only a couple.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, honestly, like 80 to 84. Or is it 80? Is 84 the one that runs down the...
84 goes east towards like Boise.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it turns down and hits I-80. Mm-hmm. I-80 is only 23, 24 miles south of my house.
Oh, okay.
So I'd take 35 to 80 and then to 84 to Portland.
Nice.
So literally make like 4 turns. and then when I got off the 84, then it's like 178 turns to get to here.
Right, exactly.
you
bridges and waterfalls.
Bridges and waterfalls.
Can't forget the transient camps.
You got to go around the homeless transient camps and around old Earl's RV that he left on the side of the exit.
Mm-hmm. You missed the news last night, man. I'll tell you about it later.
Was it a good one?
Yeah.
About
these, I'll tell you later.
Right on. Good Portland stuff. I have to tell you guys this. When I hit the ground here in Portland, I was at the airport and I was walking to the baggage claim area. And at one point you walk through you go through the point of no return where you have to come back through security to get back into where I was. And it brings you out by these ticketing counters that you have to walk past to get to baggage claim. And as I turn the corner to walk in front of the ticketing counter, there is a steamy pile of dog turd right in the middle of the floor in the airport.
That's so gross.
Yeah. And it was a fairly good sized dog. I'm saying we're talking like German Shepherd or large lab, something like that.
So you know that your dog took a crap.
100%. Whoever's dog did that, they absolutely knew it. And I didn't see any dogs around, so they just walked away. Mm. And I just shook my head and kept on walking and, par for Portland.
Maybe it was a therapy thing.
Well, I'm sure of that. I'm sure it was a therapy dog.
I've seen, was it a pit bull?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a pit bull. That's the biggest I've seen on a plane.
Okay.
But I will say, that dog...
Was it a good dog?
No peeps.
Yep.
Underneath the seat the whole time.
Uh-huh.
So,
Nice.
But yeah, didn't poop in the airport.
Yeah, well, I don't even blame the dog. I just blame the owners.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to leave that big old steamy loaf?
You got Salt Knives, just subscribe.
I saw that. Thank you so much, Salt Knives. I appreciate it. Sorry for the crazy stream thing we got going on here. It's just, on the road technical difficulties. So I got to show this off just because it's super cool. And Zach brought it out here. And, if anybody's interested in picking this one up, email Zach. I'm joking. He doesn't want to sell this. But This is the International Osborne 941. Beautiful knife, Damascene steel blade, blue aluminum handle with the gold or yellow backspacer. She is a beaut.
Yeah, kind of crazy, and it has that original like texturing.
Yeah, it's like the chalky.
Aluminum, you know, and that's what those 940s usually do. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, it's a beauty for sure.
One of those international exclusives that you have to literally have shipped back to the U.S., even though it was made in the U.S. and shipped overseas. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a cool one for sure. The Damascene steel is gorgeous. You can see the gold, or I think it would be cool if you had gold hardware. Gold thumb stud.
Yeah, so on basically that one, they went with the anodized backspacer. The Mini 945 gold class, it's coming out for 2022. They actually went with a floating gold-plated backspacer.
Okay.
And some hardware. So that one actually looks amazing. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a nice one in my collection, and
Yeah, definitely a cool one for sure.
Yeah.
So, but he's keeping it. It's in his collection, so don't even ask. It's one of those deals that when I told Zach, I said, "Well, I got to show that thing off," and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get however many questions."
It literally, and the hard part is that you can't get them here in the U.S. And then,
right.
There's a good handful of people that did import them, pay the shipping, like I did to get them back into the U.S. And it's like, but then you're like, they only made a small number of them, and it was just for international. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy. But Zach's got all sorts of sweet Benchmades, and I know you guys know that he's got an amazing collection anyway. But some really, really cool scales on several different Griptilians, several different bug out models, 940s. Yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff sitting here.
Yeah, there's a lot of knives.
We don't have enough time to go through them all, but yeah, there's some definitely some really cool stuff for sure. So, and some of them make really good noises, like this one.
Sounds good with that G10. Those were Death Grip scales. So if you guys know Death Grips, those are some scales he made a couple years back.
You guys know that
3-4 years back now, but
you guys know that I love the black and orange. I'm really digging this one with just the pop orange on the inside. It's super cool. And just to give you an idea of the difference in sound here, this is also a G10 Griptilian. Now this one is the sheep's foot blade with the hole instead of a thumb stud, but
just snaps different.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
It feels different.
And the blue one is your stock G10 from Benchmade with the Spidey hole. Or Spidey hole.
Yeah. And it's great. It really is. But yeah, this one here just has a very unique feel and sound to it all the way around. It's pretty cool. But definitely some cool stuff out here on the table. And then, since...
You brought the small ones.
What's that?
I said you brought the small Benchmades.
Yeah, I brought the small Benchmades, like the Onslaught. Just a little guy right there. And then I also brought my full-size Crooked River, which is another awesome one. That I'm super, super pumped on that one for sure. And what else did I bring any other Benchmades? I can't remember.
What are your thoughts on? You ever check Checked out the CLA, the carbon fiber.
I don't think so. The CLA. Oh, I know which one.
The composite light auto.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at this thing. What was this thing called again?
That one's, let me get a link for it, but I don't know if they're selling them anymore. It was discontinued APB.
Well, okay, so this one here is the CLA Composite Light Auto. This is not a Benchmade model that I'm familiar with.
So there are a couple stores. Oh, wait, no, actually. They had to add to cart, my bad. And then it says currently out of stock. So yeah, that one was a limited edition. They did the G10 as the normal stock production run. Mm-hmm. And then they did this carbon fiber as a limited edition run. And wow. To me, the carbon fiber changed it to the next level.
So S30, it feels great in hand.
Mm-hmm.
The scales are slightly crowned or contoured. Mm-hmm. But it definitely feels really good in hand, and the size on it's really good. It's got some meaningful jimping up here on the spine that works extremely well. Side opening auto with the safety.
Shout out to Mark H. joining the chat.
Nice. Yeah, this thing, I dig it. Yeah, that's not one that I've handled before. You got on the lock switch there, you got podium style jimping on the old old safety switch. Can't go wrong with podium jimping.
No.
And then this one here, this is the RBG?
APB.
APB, sorry. I was way wrong. So this thing here is really, really unique in the way that this thing works. Really digging this thing. So it's got a safety slider up here on the top. Shout out in the comments if you have this knife or have handled it. The Benchmade APB. What's it stand for, APB?
APB.
That's it? Just
I think so. I'll have to double check.
Okay.
It's been an old one, and I actually picked this one up. Like I said, I had one in the past, let it go, and then there was a give a knife, take a knife pass around that went around to like, I don't know, 10, 15 different channels, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was close to one of the last ones, maybe in the last few or so that had it. And that one was in there, and I was so torn, and I'm like, I want that one back. I'm like, it's a pretty cool one. Plus, it's got the 10 or the blue and black, and then we got a $10 dono from Shane Gables. Molly's Bonbon Fun.
Got a $10 bonation from old Shane Gables. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
Shout out to all the bonations.
Yeah.
All right.
So this thing here, the APB, so it's an assisted knife, thumb stud knife. If you push the buttons, it doesn't do anything. But it's so weird. They squeeze together, and then you can see this black piece right here. I'll try and get a good shot of it. You see that glare go away? And so that piece is rocking when you push these two buttons in together. And that's disabling the lock. So you got to squeeze these together, and then you can lock the knife. If you look at the blade tang, you can see like it's a very unique design all the way around. It does have a safety, but that thing rockets out like no other.
Mm-hmm. We got Irwin jumping in the house. We got Javon is here.
Jay Evans coming in hot.
Oh, got the dono.
Right? Look at the
happy Sunday
look at
try.
The donations going on here. Holy cow.
So APB, obviously, with the police side, is All Points Bulletin. People are bringing it up in the chat, but I just want to double check and make sure Benchmade didn't have another idea for it.
Thank you so much, Jay Evans. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot for all of the kind donations going on here. That's awesome.
All right.
But this thing here with the black and blue G10, it's pretty sweet looking for sure. And I love the mechanism. It's so cool.
So it stood for ambidextrous push button.
Okay.
APB, ambidextrous push button knife.
Got it. Well, it's really good in hand.
Probably because you can operate it from either thumb stud.
Mm-hmm.
And then also operate it either side to close it with a lock.
Yeah, for sure.
Right or left hand.
Yeah,
Imagine the clips that goes both sides.
Yeah.
You just can't do the... It's just going to be tip up only, which...
Yeah, tip up only.
Get you half of it.
But your experience is exactly the same, both right or left-handed.
You got double dono.
Double donation here. We got Chaz like sharp objects. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, oh, he's got the APB in the same color.
Yeah, that's what
Look
he said.
at that.
They did a black one in standard production, but the blue one's really popped out.
Yeah, so Mark H, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, why is an auto illegal but an assisted isn't in CA? And the answer to your question, Mark H, is that the people making those laws do not consider logic into making those laws. And so you're applying logic to a situation that has none in it.
We got a question in there from Andrew as well. But yeah, I like that APB.
Yeah, it's a cool one for sure. Thoughts on the Manix 2 lightweight in Maximet? The Manix 2 is a fantastic knife. Here's a Manix 2 that I brought with me. This is the, good Lord, the Freyden Lock exclusive Manix 2 in CPM 4V and marble carbon fiber, along with the hollow grind.
That hollow grind is so wicked.
Right? It's a good one.
Did that come stock?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a dealer exclusive, but this is an old one. This is from probably getting close to 10 years ago.
Wow.
So, but the Manix 2, the lightweight in Maximet, I mean, it's a great knife. The thing is with the lightweight, it's not serviceable. It's pinned construction. The videos that I posted about the Manix 2 lightweight showing me, removing the rivets and putting hardware in, those videos have probably pissed off more people on YouTube than any other video, because everybody thinks that I'm somehow holding out on them and not telling them where I got the hardware from. The truth is that the only place that you can get the hardware from is Spyderco, and they will not just sell it to you.
So you can't just go online, kind of like Benchmade.
No.
You can't go online and buy a set of screws from them.
You cannot.
Even though they probably most likely made them.
Oh, they 100%.
In-house,
100%. And they will not sell them, and I cannot find them anywhere. If I could find them, trust me when I tell you, I bet you I've been asked no less than 5,000 times about where people can find that hardware. I had enough to do like 4 knives. I had like 12 pieces of hardware, and it was a one-time situation where I got stupid lucky and was able to talk a Spyderco rep out of some hardware, but that'll never happen again. Molly says boring.
Yeah, we got JN in the chat as well. He joined in as well as Randy F. I do have a question.
What up, JN?
I saw something on your Instagram. Was it yesterday?
Okay.
Yesterday?
Maybe.
New shirts?
Oh, new shirts. Yeah, there's new t-shirts.
Okay.
I don't have any with me. I didn't even bring one of my own shirts out here. But yes, you can go to the website, ocdforedc.com.
Okay.
The new shirts are available. There are 2 colorways. There is a black with white logos, and then there is a gray with blue.
I like that blue. That was pretty slick. That's what caught my eye, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I was like, oh, what is this? I'm like, we got something new here.
Yep. And the shirts are $20. They're
not bad.
a nice quality, fruit of the loom, HD cotton, high definition cotton shirts. And they're really nice. And so it's a bargain, $20. Molly had several people hitting her up asking us to do some shirts, and so we did.
Nice.
And so there's some available. The quantities are fairly limited. We only have a handful in each size. But yeah, go and check them out. I'm sure they won't stick around terribly long. I mean, we may do some others. We may change up the colorways or whatever. But for $20, they're a good shirt for sure.
Yeah, that was my thing with the Mannix was, I really wanted to do that same swap out, to get that kind of, coated black hardware look.
Yes.
Because it was on an orange one. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, man, be sweet with orange and black instead of the, satin or whatever they were doing on them. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, and the rivets were satin.
Yeah.
Then...
And they shine, man, like a mirror.
Yes, they do. That's exactly... Yeah, they're not even satin. They're like chrome, almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the things like we'd been talking about, Benchmade doing, liners that don't match or liners that are uncoated and this and that.
So there was an EDC question that just popped up about the Mannix 2 for size.
Okay.
What's it like for EDC? Is it a bit wide?
No, it's not. It's
kind of middle of the road. I mean, I know we got some bug outs.
It's one of my favorite. Yeah, here's a bug out. And so just to give you an idea,
we got this one.
It's certainly wider than a bug out, but a bug out is a very small,
so you get a little more contoured ramp on the top than a bug out.
Yeah.
It's going to fit your hand a little bit better.
But if you look at, compared to this RSK, which I think a lot of people would say that the RSK is a really great EDC knife. Mm-hmm. You can see there the back of the Mannix 2. So it's very, very similar.
Oh, that's really close.
Yeah, very similar to an RSK.
Show it from like a top-down angle, like what I'm seeing. So just rotate it towards you. Yeah. That really screams similar.
Yeah.
So.
And the Mannix 2, honestly, out of all the Spydercos, the Mannix 2 is honestly my favorite model. Mm-hmm. It's super comfortable in hand. It pockets well. I love the mechanism. The ball mechanism is fantastic. And then if you want the action to just be stupid good, we've got the Mannix upgrade kits on the website. Hopefully, one of these decades, Flytanium's going to restock the ball cages and we'll be able to buy more. But I can get the green ones and the red ones and all the colors some people want those colors, but for the most part, people want either black or raw titanium, and those things have been out of stock for like 8 months.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So hopefully they're going to come around and get some stuff restocked here very soon. So
there's some good conversation back and forth going on about a houseboy.
A houseboy?
Or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's qualified or measures up.
Got it.
Winchester's got your back.
This is my other one of my most favorite Spydercos right here. This is the Gale Bradley 2. And it's a good one. For sure. So if you want a good Spyderco, I would say Mannix 2 first, but then, the Gale Bradley 2, if you...
So does that come in traditional Spyderco fashion, where they've made it in FRN, G10, carbon
the Gale
fiber?
Bradley 2?
Yeah.
No.
So that's the only variant?
Yeah, basically It's just like this right here. This is carbon fiber, because this is the GB2 is more of a collaboration with Gale Bradley, the designer. As far as I know, this is the 2. There was the original Gale Bradley, which is a different knife completely. The GB2 here, as far as I know, and it's a hollow ground CPM M4 blade, and it is beautiful. The grind is fantastic. It's a liner lock on washers.
Pretty wicked.
Fantastic knife.
Yeah.
So, Really, really good one for sure.
Somebody asked if I can scroll back up. Can you do a blade swap between G10 and the lightweight on the Manix?
Absolutely. Yes,
Okay.
the blades are interchangeable. However, you can buy like the Maximet lightweight Manix 2, and chances are you're probably going to wreck the handles unless you really know what you're doing. There's a couple of things that are a little bit difficult to deal with. I've got a video showing how to disassemble the Manix 2 lightweight, but like I said, the hardware is next to impossible to get. I'm not saying that you couldn't find something aftermarket that might work. I haven't been able to find it, but more power to you. Go get after it. But if you want to buy it for the Maximet blade and then buy, some other Manix 2 and swap them out so you have the best of both worlds, by all means. The blades
Nice.
are absolutely interchangeable. 100%. So yeah, definitely a really, really cool cool knife. And the Manix 2 would be my go-to for, like, if somebody's just trying to get into Spyderco or whatever and looking for a really, really solid EDC knife. The Manix 2 would be my first pick over the Para 3 and the PM2. The Manix 2 is where it's at, in my opinion.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, shoot, it's got the pullback lock style on it that's similar
Right.
to an Axis lock.
Absolutely.
So it's easy to operate for me.
And it's got, a coil spring instead of Omega springs. Mm-hmm. So, there is no, break in the spring or anything like that. So it's a really solid lock. It works great. And, yeah. The
I guess
Manix
there's
2 is a good one for
Randy
sure.
said there's a new one with MagnaCut and a screwed construction.
Yeah. I'm not going to say for sure about the screwed construction. I've heard stories. I haven't actually seen one in person. So, or even seen a picture yet. So,
Are those supposed to come out soon?
as far as I know, yes, but I don't know about the screwed construction. So,
Everybody's waiting on that MagnaCut.
yeah, like I said, everybody's been waiting for them to do screws on that knife because it's one of the very few that's still riveted. And I've heard, like, there's on the Spyderco forums, there's tons of people talking about it. That's been a conversation that's gone on for the last, 5 years. And people act like they're going to do it this time. And, yeah. So I'll believe it when I see it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Michael Morgan says, do you just mean Manix 2 pivot and body screws?
Say that again.
Do you just mean Manix 2 pivot and body screws? Question mark.
For what are we talking about?
I would imagine the new screwed construction.
Yeah, well, so the Manix 2 lightweight, originally it has screws for the pivot, but the body screws, which the lightweight is different from the standard, but on the standard, you have these two screws plus the lanyard tube at the back, but on the lightweight, you have two screws two rivets. There's a rivet here, and then another one back here. And then you do have pivot screws on the lightweight. So the part that you're missing, or that you have to drill out those three rivets, or not drill them out, grind them out. If you try and drill them out, the drill bit will catch, and you'll start spinning the rivet, and then you'll melt the plastic and push. Like if you're using a drill press, you'll push the rivet right through the plastic and just completely destroy it. Ask me how I know. So
Trial and error.
Yep. It's all about trial and error. So you have to grind them out. Like I said, I've got a video showing how to do it, but just understand that to find the right standoffs and screws is next to impossible. So you can go and check out my videos, see the whole process. I showed the whole thing. I videotaped the whole entire deal. But like I said, there was once upon a time, I had 12 screws, 12 pieces of hardware, enough to do 4 knives, and that was it. Yeah, so And then I did the 4 knives, and that was the end of that. And I've had, like I said, I mean, literally thousands of people have hit me up, like getting mad at me that I won't tell them where I got those screws. And I've told everybody where I got them. I got them straight from Spyderco, but it was a one-time deal.
That's awesome.
Tree Stab and Troy, it says, oh.
You said, ask me how I know.
Yeah,
You said, Justin, how do you know?
Yeah, because I screwed up a bench or a Manix 2 lightweight and completely destroyed it. Pete Miller. Nice. Pete just got the textured Malibu.
I saw that. That's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
He's letting it warm up because it's freezing outside.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna blow your mind, man. I don't know if you have a standard Malibu, but the texture is next level.
Yeah, the textures, it's just so much better than the standard one. That was a huge improvement.
So which ones, out of the ones you brought, which ones do you carry?
The knives?
Yeah, like what are you carrying today, though? I mean, like what are you carrying?
Oh, well, I honestly didn't even put, I couldn't carry anything on the plane, and then I just carried the case in here, so I don't even have anything in my pockets.
So before you leave, what are you throwing in your pocket?
I'm probably going to carry my TRM. This one I love a lot. The TRM Shadow, awesome knife.
It's good.
And so I'm probably going to carry the Shadow and let's see. You know what? I think for tomorrow I'm going to roll with the Shadow and the GB2. That's those two I haven't carried for a minute. And my Shadow's set up right hand carry, my GB2 set up left hand, so I'll be dual wielding.
You're like, I got this.
A Shadow and a GB2.
I'm ready for Portland.
That's right. I'm ready for the bums. And I feel like with these two, if I need to do work, you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, hold on.
Hold on.
We need. I forgot that I was in Portland. Yeah. I feel like we're gonna need something that'll get in there and touch an organ. So I'm looking at at least
full size Crooked River.
Yeah, at least a 4-inch blade. So maybe. And like if I'm gonna blood stain up the Crooked River, I might as well do it in Benchmade's hometown.
You just turn it in for Life Sharp.
Life Sharp, yeah. Yeah, and it was funny, right after I picked up my rental car today, I didn't get but just a couple miles from the airport, and I saw a Benchmade billboard that had the station knife on it.
Oh, yeah. They threw a few of those up around.
So maybe this, because my full-size Crooked River is set up left-hand carry, maybe that's my carry for tomorrow.
That's good carry. That's solid.
Yeah, and my full-size Crooked River is an S90V, wood and murdered out. Can't go wrong.
Some beautiful ones in the store right now.
Yeah. So maybe that's the deal right there. Just in case I need to get dirty on it. The other thing I could do is this one for the full-size carry. So, we'll see. Don't know if I got enough time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There you go.
Could do this one too.
It's gonna reach out and touch.
And that'll reach out and touch someone. And we've got massive bloodletting holes here, so that's that might be the cut. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What's going to be your carry tomorrow, Zachary?
Tomorrow? I'm not sure tomorrow. It's Monday.
You going to carry that 51?
No.
No, not carrying that?
I got to practice more with that before I carry that.
I dig it. I like the colors.
Yeah, the colors are cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Cool. It'll get you. It's still nice and sharp. So I just need to dull the edge and practice more with it. Letting them in an SOCP folder. Yeah, if you want an SOCP folder, that'll definitely reach out and touch someone too. But
oh yeah, the sock P. It's a good one.
I don't know. It's Monday, so I'm thinking I got to throw some micarta in there for Monday. I'm kind of digging my 940s all put together. I haven't carried that with the new, the liners all did up now. How it should have been from the beginning. And then hopefully, I'm hoping I get a shipping notification tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. And then if so, I'll let everybody else in on it.
Yep. Well, and so for anybody that wasn't here in the beginning of this live stream, if you're in the bumping the rig here, if you're in the Portland or just in the Pacific Northwest, and you feel like driving to the Portland metro area this coming Saturday, March 12th, we are going to do a little meetup. I will be there. Zach will be there. Mm-hmm. We're pretty confident JB from Big Red EDC will also be there. And we've got some fun things planned. So if you want to take part in that little deal with us and, do a little like meet and greet, whatever, it'll be a good time. You can bring your green hat. It'll be lots of fun. So you will need to email Zach at Zach. Is it ZachStuff@gmail.com?
No, just zach.edc@gmail.com.
There it is.
I put it in the chat there too.
Perfect. So email Zach and he will get you the super secret details on where and when we're meeting up. But it will most certainly be on Saturday, March 12th.
Yep.
And, we might be handing out some swag and whatnot, some good stuff. And
then I also just saw a comment in here about it's Mannix Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mrs. OCD said, Troy, he doesn't know about the post today. That was me.
Oh, okay.
So there's some follow-up needed after the stream.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. So just so you guys are aware, sometimes, a lot of times, there's posts done to Instagram and whatnot that is my wife doing that and not me. So apparently that's what happened today. I don't know. I don't know what she posted. So, yeah. Right on. Well, what else is there? What else we got going on?
Well, what's your next knife coming out that you're waiting for?
When I get home, there's a couple of things that I'm waiting on that should be there when I get home. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
There's a couple things that I know about that I can't really talk about yet. Mm-hmm. It's not like I can really bring that up here. The stuff that I'm waiting on that'll be there, when I get home from this trip. Hopefully you guys will be pumped on it. I got some cool stuff coming. I'm pretty excited about one knife in particular because I have one showing up that I'm going to be doing some blade testing on, some edge retention testing, and it is in a steel that I have never touched before. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So it's it's kind of like Valerian steel, but so pretty pumped on that. and I'll start out by saying it's not Magna Cut. I know that's everybody, what everybody's talking about. This is a steel that is pretty freaking rare, honestly. Okay. In the pocket knife world, it's almost non-existent. But HRCs, we're talking close-ish to Maximet.
Wow.
Maximet level stuff. So
nice.
Pretty pumped on that.
I see Mrs. OCD had a comment in there for the group.
Uh-huh. What'd she say? I didn't see it.
She said, hey guys, apparently there are some things coming to the house that I'm willing to sell.
Oh, look at her. Apparently when I get home, I'm going to eat some chickens. Yeah. Huh.
So Shane's looking for scales for his full-size Crooked River.
Full-size Crooked River scales?
Yeah, I looked at a few places, and there's not too many people making those.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen them. Does Flytanium make?
So there's some from like Flytanium and one other that they'll make this section,
Yeah.
but usually the bolster they don't make.
Mm-hmm.
But you might, there's enough of them out there. You might be able to get somebody like Death Grips or somebody interested in making them.
They would be pretty easy to make. Honestly, that's a relatively easy shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Not terrible, but I like the wood. I dig it.
Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous wood, a nice dark one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Got some light highlights on the edge. Similar to this one. If you're looking for this one, it may not be around too much longer.
So this is a Cabela's exclusive.
940 dash. Let me get the exact number. Hold on.
940-3.
No, I think it's like 1501 or something like that. But let me double check. No, 1501 was KnifeWorks. Hold on. It's gonna be like 1601 or something. Yeah, it's 940-1601.
Dash 1601. So carbon fiber with the wood, and it's D2 blade steel, which is kind of a bummer, but still a gorgeous knife.
So they go
very cool.
I mean, if you have Cabela's gift card or a discount or something like that, they're $249.99 on their website.
Wow.
But you can still purchase it, add it to your cart as of right now.
$250 for that damn thing?
$250 in D2, bro.
Yeah, that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's beautiful and all, but let's be honest. How much was this one? I know this one sold for less than $250.
That was the Going Gear one.
Yeah,
the C-Tech.
Yep.
I think that was in the like 2 range, 225 maybe.
Yeah, I know
Something like
it was a bargain compared to some of the other 940s.
Yeah, and that I think is 20 CV.
It is.
One. Yeah.
Yep, it's 20 CV with the red C-Tech. It's a beauty.
Oh, my apologies. That actually was 280.
The Going Gear?
Yep, that was 280. And that was a year after the Cabela's one came out.
Okay.
So,
well, to me, it's worth the extra $30.
Yeah, and they did do. There was a sale on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
And I think they were in that 225 range on sale, something like that.
Yeah,
that's when I picked mine up back then. But
yep.
I think because they allowed them to do a rebuy, or did they allow them to do another run, and they sold them, at the full price of the 280.
Yeah. Spanky, let me look here. I don't know if I don't think that it says, it doesn't say whether or not it's CPM D2. It just says D2. There it is.
What's that? Oh, on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's D2.
It just says D2. So it's not even CPM.
Yeah, no, this is before they just started using CPM D2 this last fall.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Have you checked out the Capara?
Oh.
Yeah, you got the Capara.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've had several of them.
Yeah.
And that's a great knife. It's a fantastic one. And just a little FYI, the CME fits the Capara if people are interested. And I've got a black and red one that it's bitching on the Capara. But this is another amazing Spyderco knife. This is a Alistair Phillips design.
Yep.
And yeah, Australian guy, and just an amazing knife all the way around. It's a really, really good one. One of my favorites, actually. But in blasting the carbon fiber on this and giving it some texture it's like the difference between the Malibu textured and non.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I will say, I actually have to put my other backspacer in there. I have a dark red wine one.
Yeah, the one that came with it originally.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, if I was ever to get rid of it, but I think I won't. I got that one in Mr. Kluber.
Oh, nice.
He hooked me up with that one, which is pretty cool. I like the popper red to it.
Yeah. So I did one, and I sold one on my website that I made a custom black and red CME, and then made a backspacer for it out of that same material. So it had the CME and the backspacer that matched.
That would look awesome.
And they were black and red.
Evil E says, Justin, do you have an all glow-in-the-dark CME?
Yes. It's not up on the website yet. Yes. So I've got a few new materials and colorways of CMEs that we're hopefully going to post up here pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks. And yes, we do have one that's just all glow in the dark.
Nice. Looks like Mrs. OCD's not feeling so good, so she's going to go to bed.
All right. Good night, hon. Love you. Talk to you later. Sleep tight. So, yeah. Right on. Well, I feel like we should probably about wrap this thing up.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've gone for both live streams that we participated in today went long.
That's good. That's
King
good.
Snake Jake, what up? The Blue Rocket is wicked sweet. Oh, nice. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Mr. King Snake Jake. The Rocod or Rocket is an awesome knife. Just period. It's a great one. And yeah, glad that you got it and you love it. So that's cool.
Also, I saw a smaller version of what you're holding there.
What's that?
I saw a smaller version of what you're holding.
Oh yeah. I've handled that one quite a bit actually. Yep, I'm familiar. I think.
He wants you to see a certain knife.
I'm pretty sure that's like June-ish.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. Just a little FYI.
Mr. Kluver want to know if you've seen that one.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Full size super freak.
Yep. This one here, limited edition CPM M4 Blade HQ exclusive. It's got the split arrow clip. This one is number 494 of 500. Jade G10. We need to put some salve in there. Is it coated or is it just?
It's coated. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a gray, I think, chromium nitride maybe.
Yeah.
But it might. I can't remember if that one's smooth or textured.
It's kind of textured a little bit. It's got a bit of a chalky-ish kind of feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good one. So somebody asked, Evil, right at the moment, they're not up on the website to order the glow in the dark. You're just going to have to wait until I get back home. So give me a week and then remind me if we don't put them up on the website, because I'm pretty sure I cut some of that. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through what all I have cut and what I don't, but I know I have the material for sure. So we'll run those off. But somebody asked, who was it? Andrew. Andrew asked, hello?
What's your most carried knife?
Yeah, there we go.
Specific.
So what's my most carried knife? Be specific. My most carried knife by far, and well, truly my most carried knife is my SAK Swiss Army knife 580. That one's in my pocket every single day. It's not in my pocket right now because it's outside in my rental car in the bag. I just haven't pulled it out yet because I literally came straight from the airport to Zach's house.
So that's something you use at work every day?
No, I can't. It's one of the things that I put in my pocket with like my chapstick and my pen.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
pocket pen, whatever. So I just have that in my pocket. So like most carried, that's for sure. That's the one that's in my pocket every single day, and it's slightly bigger than like an SD Classic.
Okay.
It's the 580 nail clip. It's the one that's got the little nail clippers in it. But then, like, legit actual knife, the one that gets carried the most is my Maximate Para 3. And I actually have a couple of them, but I just refer to them as the same knife. And the reason is because I use that for a test platform for the CMEs. Okay. And so I carry that thing a bunch.
Troy guessed that right on.
Yeah.
And then Andrew said, what about full size?
Full size knives?
Yeah, then your most carried full size.
I mean, as of late, I think. I mean, it's hard to say, I guess, because I don't really keep track of it. But as of late, I have carried for full size stuff. I'm trying to think of. I've carried the Ballista quite a bit. This one.
That's so awesome, too.
Yeah. And this is, not even available in this form factor. So I've carried this quite often. And then, things like the Tepe Hornet 2. That one I've carried a bunch. I switch things up so much, and plus having stuff in for review and whatnot, so it's really kind of hard to judge off of all that. But yeah, I've carried this knife right here a fair amount, and she's definitely full size.
Most definitely.
Yep, and it's so good. Did you feel that thing?
Oh yeah,
It's broken in so nicely. Isn't it
it's
good?
Just ginormous.
Yeah.
It's the true like Crooked River, even beefed up a little bit. Like the Crooked River is a large knife, and the mini's like a EDC style knife. Like, I got my mini Crooked River.
Yeah.
It's like, I got my Crooked River. And it's like a statement.
For sure. Yeah, the Crooked River, and this is the mini. Mm-hmm. And you can see that it's, it's still a good sized knife. What is that, 3.5 inch blade? Mm-hmm. 3.3 or something.
Blade banner jumping in.
But there's the full size versus the mini right there.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty big size difference.
Oh yeah, it's just a statement.
For sure.
He said that one had a great sound. Your 741.
Oh yeah.
He said that one, the Onslaught. He said that one had a great sound. And he said, "Welcome to Oregon."
Right on, yeah. I've only been here for a couple hours, but I've enjoyed it so far. It's good.
You tried out Burgerville.
Burgerville.
Those of you in the Pacific Northwest know what Burgerville is.
Yep, for the first time. Had that for the first time today. I'd seen them before, but I'd never had one. But yeah, it was good. Very good. The waffle fries were good. So can't go wrong with that. And then I tried some Space Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, was that Starlight Coca-Cola or something?
Star Mist, Space,
it's
something.
up there.
I don't know. Oh, is the bottle over there?
Yeah, it's over by the sink there, on the right. It was pretty interesting. I tried one this last week. I drank about half of it just to taste it, and then I brought another one home. And I know you guys just tried it, so it's like, interesting.
So this was it, Starlight. So it was different. You can see right there, space flavored. So this is a limited edition Coca-Cola Starlight. So anyway, go check it out. You can see that it's kind of reddish in color. It's unique. That's what I'll say.
It's unique.
It's unique.
Nice, Shane. Nice.
Yep.
Kluver got an email from Rip's Garage.
Nice.
CRK Timascus clips restocked.
Oh, sweet. Right on. Well,
Did you see Kevin Campbell's comment? We talked about that earlier.
Exactly. Yeah, Kevin Campbell. When people were saying that it tastes like space, I was saying, well, there can only be about 20 or 30 people in the world that could actually speak about that, and yeah, everyone else needs to shut up. Tree Stab and Troy, thank you so much for the donation, man.
Nice, man. Coffee and donuts. Woo!
Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. You guys are too kind. Yeah, it's really fantastic. But I hope several of you get to come over and hang out with us next weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a long week ahead of me. I'm going to be doing a bunch of driving around and all kinds of stuff for work. But I get to cap it off with the cool meet and greet deal on Saturday, so that's really awesome.
That's cool. Shane just installed his new CME on a shaman while he's watching the live here.
Right on. Hopefully it fit well and you enjoy it. That's another one that the shaman is really good on. It's actually kind of a must-have on the shaman because of the little nub. But anyway, hopefully, hopefully we get to see a bunch of you this coming weekend. But we should probably wrap this up.
Wrap it up?
Yep, you probably want to go to bed. I still have to go and find a hotel tonight.
I know, right?
And I still have I got a couple of emails I got to get dealt with. So Andrew, my Para 3 is actually out in my rental car. I will, I'm actually not sick. My throat's just really dry and just a shitload of talking and whatnot. My voice is just hoarse, if you will. But I'll show off that Para 3 the next time I'm on camera. It's stowed away in my bag, and I didn't have it in the knife pouches that I brought out. So, yeah. But you can see it in a whole bunch of my videos. It makes the cut into a bunch of videos because it's just always around. I have one of them around all the time. But anyway, you got anything left that you need to say?
No, man. Look forward to a great week. Look forward to next Saturday. Of course, making sure everybody does something kind for someone.
That's
do something
right.
kind for someone.
Yeah. And, even if that consists of giving your best buddies a cock and balls, then that's what you got to do.
Which it was, we did confirm it was cream filled the entire way.
It was cream filled the whole entire way. So meaning the balls and the shaft all cream filled. So we can report.
So you get your money's worth.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thanks so much to everybody that donated via Super Chat. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully some of you can come and hang out with us next weekend. I know that, not everybody lives up in this area, and I get that. But if you're close and you want to spend a little drive time and come and hang out, it should be a good time. So hopefully, maybe in the future we'll be able to do this in another location. You never know.
That'd be awesome.
So, have a great week, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well and all good things. So, thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time. Peace. Ooh. And then I knock a knife off.
At least it didn't stick into your arm or something.
And that was close.